Everybody ready to rock and roll?
Sure.
Yeah. Are you enjoying the conference so far? Let me hear some applause. Let's get this fired up. So, my name is Blanca. I am one of your hosts and sponsors with the Laws of Life Television Network and BPG Law. And today, it is my true privilege and honor to introduce Ms. Kelie Cichoski. Kelie is an author giving a 360-degree view to help you acquire different perspectives and work practices through healing. And she's also an author. I would also encourage you to follow her at transformandrise.com. So without further ado, let's give one more round of applause to Kelie Cichoski.
Okay, I am notorious for my no BS approach. So I'm going to take you through my little presentation here, and I'm going to tell you the truth about who I am and how I got here. I started Transform and Rise because I wanted to help people see their gifts and understand where they are in life so that they can get the crap out of the way and break through and get where they're supposed to be. It happened to me. If you talked to me a year ago, I wouldn't believe I'm telling you this, but my whole life has changed. I don't worry, I don't have stress. I really don't give a shit because it's going to happen whether I worry or not. So that's what it is. So when you can get that kind of freedom, it's the most amazing feeling in the world. And I don't worry about things. Anything I want, if I think about it, it shows up. I was thinking about a necklace with daisies on it. I was like, oh, that would be cool. I walked into my favorite thrift store and guess what was hanging right there for $3. So it's very simple. There's not a whole lot to learn. It's just a matter of you figuring out what's blocking you or what's holding you back or what you need to release to be able to move forward. In addition, when Bruce and I did my podcast several months ago, I was going to make this session a past life regression exercise. We just do not have the time of 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do to honor my promise is if you will scan this, or you can go to this website, transformandrise.as.me, you can sign up for the group past life regression. It is normally $25. I'm going to give it to you for free because we were supposed to do it. Use EXPO as your coupon code and bring as many people as you want. So sign up there. You can scan here, go to that website, pick the past life regression. It's going to be next Sunday, November 2nd at 4 p.m. and it's going to be on Zoom. So you can do it from wherever you want. It's fun. It's enlightening. There's a personality test with it, so it's just a really cool exercise. So, and there's seats up here. If you guys want to come sit down, please feel free.
We're waiting for Joe.
Okay. So, the truth is, I don't give you my opinion. I don't believe you want to hear my opinion, and I'm not confident that my opinion will be what you need to hear. So, I share higher guidance. About a year ago, my spiritual awakening, which had started 10 or so years before that, really kicked in, and I was able to get channeled information for people. So I have been working with numerous healing modalities over the past 30 years since I got here to Florida, and I've seen a lot of changes in my life, but really the last year was really transformational for me. It gave me the focus and purpose to know that I have to help other people get to where I am because it's a really awesome place to be. So I have the ability with my new gifts to look at your situation like I'm looking at it from a bird's eye view, a 360-degree view. I can see what you're going through, I can see what you're wondering about, and I can offer you solutions from a different perspective if you're willing to listen. I have a lot of people, I have one client who, to heal herself and to move forward, all she has to do is go to lunch by herself, be present in the moment, and enjoy a meal alone, and she won't do it. And it's heartbreaking for me, but we're still working toward it. But it's just the way she was raised, her culture, her belief system. It's really challenging for her, so she doesn't feel worthy of that. So I'm trying to help her work through that. And she will. She'll get there. She's just not there yet. So it could be something that simple. It could be something more complicated, like you have past life stuff that's just hanging on and it's just weighing you down. We have ways to access that part of you in hypnosis. We can connect you with your relatives, your ancestors, other people that you want to talk to. My friend channeled her dog last couple weeks ago. So whatever you need, and that's what she needed. She needed to connect with her dog. She missed him desperately, and it broke. And he actually talked like a cartoon dog. Hello. So she got got to connect with her dog, and it released a lot of weight from her. So that's you know, everybody needs something different, so we're just able to give you what you need. So my story is I grew up in rural Ohio, northeast Ohio, called Auburn Township, if anyone's ever heard of it. Probably not. Same place it was when I left there in 1995. 5 bars, 5 churches, and a couple of rural restaurants have showed up. But it's mostly corn and soy fields. So I was addicted to cocaine. I was in a marriage that was never supposed to happen, but I ignored the signs. And my husband ended up beating the shit out of me one day. And I realized that I could either sit there and take it, or I could fight back. And of course I fought, because I am not going to sit down. But I never had a fight before. I've never punched anybody before. That was the first time I'd ever been in a physical fight. And it was eye-opening. I literally saw red. Like, red came over my eyes, and it wasn't blood. It was sheer, pure anger. And we fought, and then I had to stay there and live in that house with him because I didn't have an opportunity to go. So, dealt with all that. As I was recovering from that and learning, 2 older women that I had known said, "Hey, you want to take a road trip to Florida?" I was like, "Sure, I got nothing to lose." So we came down here to Singer Island, and 30 days later I was living here. And I've been here since July of 1995. So I have had a lot of challenges since I got here. My roommate stole my car and wrecked it. My boss was a scam artist, and I was investigated by the FBI. And, you know, just had all kinds of things happen. So I wrote a book called To the Beach. It's in the back there if you're interested. It tells my first 38 years, how I was raised with a bullying sister, and my parents ignored it, and, you know, the whole thing, but I'm not going to tell you how. But I've moved on an average of 29 times for the past 30 years. So I was always cutting ties and running. Wasn't staying anywhere, wasn't staying long enough to make friends, learn, heal. I was just on the move, on the move, on the move. So I learned a lot. But I also, that experience gave me the ability to focus and be who I am today. So would I change my life at all? Hell no. It was chaotic, it was crazy, it was painful at times, but, you know, it made me who I am. So, ta-da. So this is my book. My website for my book is KelieChichoski.com. You can go there and read about my book, and then I'm going to have a second book which will pick up from 2005 until current. It's going to talk about my healers. I work with Vivian in craniosacral-therapy, and I've been using Upledger Institute's craniosacral-therapy for 30 years, and it's amazing. Just different spiritual healers I've met, and they're all in the book, so we'll talk about all of them. So that is what's currently going on. The problem with people and their healing today is it's all surface level solutions. Let me give you a reading, and I'm going to give you some information, and then you're going to walk away and you're never going to deal with it again. And it's great for a feel-good moment, but if you don't build on it, which most people don't, it's not going to stay with you. So you have to really dig deep, find the root cause of things, and figure out that you're not broken, you just forgot who you are. We're all divine beings. We're all souls who chose to incarnate here and experience different things and go through different experiences because, think about this. So you got 2 souls sitting up on the other side in heaven and they're talking. Like, wow, wouldn't it be cool to like survive that? Or you'll be in a plane crash and live. And they can talk about it, but until you live it, you just don't have that full experience. So we chose to come and experience whatever trials and tribulations we're going through. And the biggest thing I have learned is things don't happen to us. They happen for us. You'll hear a lot of people say that. I'm not the first and I won't be the last, hopefully. So I try to help you find out who you are and remember who you are so that you can figure out what pieces you need to put in place so that you can put everything back together. How do I do that? I use hypnosis. I am trained in Dolores Cannon's quantum healing hypnosis technique. I do that in person at my home in Lake Park. But I was finding a big limitation because I had people in Minnesota that wanted sessions, in Canada and Ireland. So I couldn't do Dolores Cannon's work online because it's not allowed. So I created my own hybridized form of hypnosis called transform hypnosis. So that's something only I do. And transform hypnosis is a bit of past life regression, Sometimes it's current life regression, because sometimes you need to see situations from your current life when you were a child and remember something to kind of help you get back on track. I also use channel guidance. My channels are very loud, outspoken, as am I, and we share our information openly, and we hope that people don't get offended. And if you do, I'm sorry, but it comes from love, so it is what it is. So my higher guidance will come through. We might be at lunch, and it'll start to come through. So I share it with you. Because if you're at lunch with me, you're probably open to it. If I don't know you well, I'll ask first, because I never want to violate your boundaries. But it's always for your highest good. So I always make sure that people are okay with it. But it just comes when it comes. I work with a lot of people in channeling practice. We do practice reading Akashic records, and I just have groups that I work with. And when it comes, it comes. So they're always appreciative of it. So I try to be respectful of people, obviously. But we're all going to transform together. We just have to stick with listening to our guidance. We have to stay present in the moment. We don't want to continuously be worried about the future or dwelling on the past. The past is over. Let it go. It's not going to serve you if you keep beating yourself up over it. So you have to figure out what it is that's holding you in the past, and then you have to let it go and move forward. As far as your future goes, it's not here. Why are you worried about it? What if it changes? What if you plan something? I mean, during COVID, I planned a vacation to Hawaii, and we all know how that went. So I don't plan that far in advance. It's just ridiculous to even try. We have this instant gratification mentality that we live with because we have Amazon, and I love my Amazon. However, if before you hit the buy button, you stop and take a breath and assess where you are, and just ask yourself, do I really need this? And if the answer is yes, then buy it. If it's not, walk away. If you're not sure, step away. It'll be there in 5 minutes. It's all about crisis management. There is nothing that is so urgent that you have to lose your sanity over. I was a first responder. I've been the first guy on the scene of the crash. It wouldn't have helped anybody if I was going bananas. So I had to figure out what needed to be done, figure out how to get it done, and get it done. It's literally that simple. And we all have that ability too, but we have to live with drama, and we have to add chaos. Why? I hate drama and I hate chaos. And I'm sure most of you do too, although you have it in your lives. So you have to be able to say, I don't want this anymore. I want to change the way I'm looking at this situation so that it doesn't cause me this drama or cause me this chaos. And that's what this work does. This work kind of gets your conscious mind out of the way with the hypnosis, and I'm able to literally talk to your subconscious. Your subconscious will talk about you in the third person. My subconscious said that Kelie needs to eat more salads. We keep telling her, but she just won't listen, so I try. We all have our struggles. We're all going to work on what we're doing. But that's basically all it is. You just have to be open to change, and you have to give up your control. And that's challenging for a lot of people as well. Control is what drives the world. We have people that are high-level salespeople that live on quotas and pressure and stress, and they might have all the money in the world, but I bet you most of them are struggling to find true happiness because money can't buy happiness. All of the old sayings, you can lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink, money can't buy happiness, they're all true. They came out of necessity. They were created and coined out of necessity. So what I am trying to do is get everybody to understand that you have the ability to put that control aside, and you have the ability to drive the bus just as much as you need to, because the universe has your back. It always does. It always will. You just have to create that trust or allow that trust to come through. So in addition to my hypnosis, I offer channel sessions, which are just like an hour channel sessions. I'm also giving away a channel session if you sign up on my iPad at my booth for my email list. So there will be a drawing, not while we're here, it'll happen tomorrow, and I will give away a session and a couple copies of my book. I'm also introducing, for the very first time, the RISE experience, which is my group learning that I'm starting, because I love working one-on-one with people, but I can only do one client a day because they get all the time that they need. If they need 10 hours, they get 10 hours. If they need 4 hours, they get 4 hours. I don't limit my clients on what time I work with them. They have the whole day for me. And it's one price. I don't charge by the hour. So the RISE experience is going to be something I'm going to offer via Zoom. 1 meeting a week where we'll talk, we'll meet. There'll be probably 6 people maximum, and we'll work through whatever the group needs to work through. In addition to lessons I will share about body detoxification, because this is your vessel. You have to learn how to treat it well, and you have to learn how to take care of it. So I will give you basic information on it without beating you over the head. You're free to do what you want to do. I will educate you on things that I have learned that have helped me make my body better, because I had a near-death experience, but mine was very slow. It was my organs started to shut down. My reproductive organs were going. I had to have a hysterectomy. My appendix exploded inside my body, causing my bowel to paralyze for 8 lovely days. Made me miss my brother's wedding. I had numerous bouts of kidney stones, one so bad I had to go by ambulance, and I was a cop, so I didn't take riding in an ambulance lightly, so if I took an ambulance, it was very serious. And my body was shutting down because I was toxic, I wasn't eating well, I wasn't taking care of myself. So I learned that way after the fact. Now I'm appreciative of what we have to do, because we're all in our own place, we're all unique, but everybody has to find what works for them. So that's my goal, is to help you find what works for you, help you understand what will help you excel and move forward. And then there's also going to be discounted hypnosis sessions with the RISE experience. And it's going to probably be like a 30 to 60 days at first, once a week. It's not set in stone. I'm going to talk to people and see what they want, and I'm going to build it based on what the people want. So that is going to be introduced in January. So RISE stands for Release, Illuminate, Shift, and Elevate. Release is to let go of your blocks, your patterns, and your pain. However you need to do that, we get it done. You're going to shine a light on the truth that is hidden in your subconscious, because that's where all the answers are. Some of us can access it, some of us can't. I can always access it, so that's why I use the hypnosis as a tool. Shifting is going to transform your old beliefs into new perspectives. I work through meditation. Some people hate it. I'll show you how to love it and make it work for you. I promise, because I hated it too. But it's just a matter of understanding where you are, what you need to learn, what you need to know to implement your own work. And then elevate, the final step. Step into your highest vibration and your purpose. Let me give you a little secret. If you stayed in a high vibrational state all the time, you'd never be sick. You'd never be pissed off. You'd never be disappointed. You would always get exactly what you want. However, we always feel like we're not worthy. I don't deserve that, I don't deserve it. And I went through that too. And you know what? I am worthy. And you're worthy, every single one of you. And you deserve the beautiful life that your soul planned for you without the hurdles. So I can help you overcome your hurdles. So are you ready to remember who you are? All right, good. I'm going to take this back to the beginning slide because I want you to...
So Kelly, I tried and saying the expo code won't work.
For the group past life regression?
The November 2nd.
Of course it won't. I will fix that when I get back to my booth. It will work. So if you do try it and it doesn't work, just give me an hour's off. It's probably a box I didn't check in there because I am not a techie. I'm trying. But
it just says this code can't be used to purchase this item. So
okay.
That might give you a clue.
Okay. Yes, I just have to get into the back. So I will take care of that. But yeah, take a picture of this and give me a little time to address the technology issue. But I hope you'll come and I hope you'll tell everyone about it. I do offer these somewhat regularly, so if you can't make that date, I will have another one in the future. And join my newsletter and you'll be informed when the next one will take place. Is there anything I can answer for you?
Remember the law of the question. It's so important to ask your questions.
Yes.
How did you begin to, you said like if you're sitting with someone at lunch and you'll start hearing, how did that happen for you?
It just happened. I took a channeling class and I channeled an entity named Matu, he sounded like an Indian man. And he spoke very methodically and slowly. He told me that we made an agreement in a past life to work together in this life to help guide people. So my channel guidance isn't like you'll see Bashar with Daryl Anka or, Theo with Sheila Gillette. My channeling isn't like, oh, the universe is going through this. It's nothing like that. It's literally specific to you and what you have going on, and it just comes. I don't do preparations. I don't have any ritual that I do. It'll, like Vivian and I work together on that. It'll just start coming out, and I'm just
What
fortunate.
point in your story did that start?
That started about a year ago. So it's not even actually in the book because the book cuts off at 2005, so it'll be in the second book. But yeah, it literally was a year ago. I started taking I took Akashic Records reading courses, and I learned how to work with angel healing, and it kind of happened during the course.
So you're clairaudient. Do you have any other clairs?
I am a clairsentient, yes, I feel. I don't see, I know. So like you'll tell me something and I'll just know it, and then the picture will kind of form in my mind afterward. I'm not a term person, sorry.
Cognizant and sentient.
Thank you, cognizant, that's the word I'm talking about. No, claircognizant is what I most say, but I literally get it in my heart and I just know. And then the picture will come to me after that. Anything else? Okay, so in the interest of trying to get the speaking schedule back on session, because I know that we ran a little over. I'm done, so thank you so much for coming. I am in the very back of the room toward the left side if you want to stop by my booth. I have my lovely friend Joanne who is selling raffle tickets to support women in recovery in Palm Beach County, so I hope you'll join her raffle. And she's also a breast cancer survivor of like 2 weeks ago, so go show her some support and some love so that she can really stay on her high vibration. And please visit me at transformandrise.com or KelieChichoski.com for the book. And thank you so much for coming.